and today we're gonna make cookies together. Okay, so I promised that I would make chocolate macadamia nut cookies and chocolate chip macadamia nut. And I usually make them with white chocolate and regular or semi-sweet, but today I don't have any white chocolate. My husband was like, no, I prefer to have all chocolate chips, so instead of the white chocolate. So that's how we're gonna do it today, but you can certainly replace the chocolate chips with white chocolate. It's good either way. You're gonna need flour, butter, a cup of butter, macadamia nuts. Now, I get these from Costco, and you've got they're whole, so you've got to chop them up, but I leave them kind of chunky. I want to know when I bite into one because they're so delicious. And you're going to want about a cup of those, maybe a little more. Anyway, you don't have to be exact, so don't worry about that. You're also going to need baking soda, baking powder, salt, sugar, 2 kinds of sugar. I use both brown sugar and white sugar. And you also will want to use, if you're going to follow my recipe, flaxseed, ground flaxseed. And this is organic flaxseed. I get it at Walmart. You can get it. Costco used to have it, but I haven't seen it in a very long time. So I don't know. First thing we're going to do is cream our butter and sugar together. So I think what I'm going to do is bring you in close so you feel like you're right here with me and having a cup of coffee across the counter. All right, guys. So the first thing that I like to do is cream my butter, and this butter's been melted. This is unsalted butter. And I like to cream my butter and my sugar together first. And you don't have to use 2 different kinds of sugar if you don't like, but I'm trying to use up, see, I bought this stuff for camping, the smaller box of sugar in this smaller bag, so I want to go ahead and use it up. So I'm going to use both, and it gives them a really pretty color. So a cup of packed brown sugar, 1 cup of white sugar, and you can use any kind of sugar you like, honestly. Okay, that's too slow for me. Okay. Now maybe. There we go. Cup of white sugar. And then I'll just pour the rest of both of these in my larger containers. And I actually am going to order 2 more of these flour containers that I have. I'll show you, and I'll put a link to them down in the About section. They're just a nice, deep container to have your flour, and it has a scraper so you can scrape off and make sure that it's, you know, that it's level, if that makes sense. So then we're going to crack 2 eggs in there, and it's up to you whether you want to risk getting an eggshell in, but I'm going to risk it. Oh my goodness, my beater's in the way. Yep, no shells. Yay. And these are range-free eggs, organic range-free from Costco. Somebody's been asking about our chickens, and we do not have our chickens anymore. We gave them to some friends of ours right before we went on our 2-week elk trip in September, and they have an excellent home. I'm going to do a teaspoon of Haitian vanilla. This is really good vanilla. And, oh, I don't know if you can see that. I got it from Amazon. If I can remember, I will post a link to that as well. It's one of the best vanillas that I've ever had. So, okay. Go ahead and get that going. A teaspoon of baking powder. I usually do a teaspoon and a half, so a couple of those. You need to balance out with a teaspoon of baking soda. And some people will mix their dry ingredients, you know, in a separate dish and put it in here, but I don't find it necessary. And then I want a teaspoon of salt. I'm using kosher salt. And last but not least to that mix, before I add my flour and my nuts and my chocolate chips, is I'm going to use flaxseed. Ground flaxseed adds added health benefits to your dish. It's very high in fiber, super good for you. So let's do, and it doesn't change the taste that much. 3 tablespoons. And if it does change the taste, it changes it for the better. It's really good in bread too. So we get our nuts over here. And I also have a half a package left over from our trip. I want to get those used up, plus what's left of our package from Costco. So we're going to get some things used up, and let's go ahead and mix that in. And we'll start adding our flour. And the flax actually gives it a really pretty speckly look to it. Trust me, my husband loves it when I use the flax in stuff. He doesn't mind it at all. So I'm going to add 2 cups, get that mixed in, and then we'll add our last in just a minute. And today I'm wearing an apron because I just get myself covered in flour. And I don't think I need to be covered in flour today. Another half a cup. And really, to me, even in cookies, the flour depends on, the amount of flour I should say, depends on the humidity. And I really like to give it a chance to absorb that moisture because it has to rehydrate. You're going to want a thicker dough than that. So I am going to add some more, but we're going to let it sit for just a second here until we get to 3 cups of flour. And that should be right about it. Let's get that mixed in. And your machine should start to kind of struggle. I've got my oven preheating to 350 degrees. Oh yeah. Okay, now that we have cookie dough now. Very much a cookie dough. Okay, now we need to go ahead and put our mixer back and add my chocolate chips. Ooh, yum. And these are just semi-sweet chocolate chips. And my macadamia nuts, all chopped up, about a cup. And what a delicious treat. Now my husband likes to take, and I'm all the little dust from the nuts, you know, from chopping them, they kind of crumble sometimes, or you almost shave the nut. Throw that in there too. And then we're going to get this mixed up. And as soon as I feel like I've got it mixed, and it'll hold all the chocolate chips, because if you overdo it on chocolate chips, it won't hold them all in the dough. And so I think that's probably going to be plenty for this batch. And then after I'm done with this, we're going to make another video for you. I believe we're recreating chicken pot pie for, oh yeah, that's perfect. So really, I only used about a cup of chocolate chips. I might add a few more, but I'm going to get this all mixed up and see if I really want to. I think that's perfect. Like I said, if you get too many, it won't stay in the dough. So we're going to put this out onto a parchment lined cookie sheet. And I make pretty good sized cookies, so, but because of the butter, because you're using butter, you're gonna have a really soft cookie, and they stay soft. So, okay, so I'm ready to spoon out my cookies, and I let the dough sit there for just a bit, make sure it doesn't need, and I don't have a cookie scoop. I'd love to have one, but I don't. So I'm just gonna make these nice big cookies. Make sure all your nuts and chips are in the cookie dough, and you're okay there. And like I said, I like to make big cookies. Michael likes to have a cookie with his coffee, sometimes after dinner, sometimes, you know, in the middle of the afternoon. He has a cup of coffee. And these are gonna go in that 350-degree oven. Look at how many chocolate chips are in that bad boy. And sometimes they spread out a little more than others, but oh my gosh, it's a beautiful, delicious, easy cookie. And once you make this dough, you'll memorize the dough recipe. And so I'm totally excited about this, but I guess I do need a cookie scoop. I don't know. I just placed an Amazon order for this flour keeper, and it's got the side, it's right-handed though. I'm gonna tell you, it's made for a right-handed person, and I'm left-handed. But I ordered a not a flour keeper, I ordered a sugar bin, a brown sugar bin, and a powdered sugar bin, and I believe a sugar bin. Is that right? Anyway, I just placed that Amazon order. So they're fantastic, and that container holds 5 pounds of flour. It's easy for me to get my beautiful measuring cups that Noreen gave me down inside that container and scoop it out. Okay, so I'm gonna put 8 cookies on each dealio, and don't be losing your chocolate. Okay, this is gonna go into the 375 degree oven until they're just nice and brown. You don't wanna overcook them or they'll be hard. You know, they'll lose all their moisture, but don't they look beautiful? Okay, so the cookies are ready to come out of the oven. They took 13 minutes. Oh, they smell wonderful. Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful these are. They're absolutely beautiful. And these pot holders are absolutely amazing. Amazing. I love them. Thank you. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna let these cool on the counter till, a couple of minutes. I'll put my other little cookie tray in. I need 2 cookie trays too, but it's okay. Those aren't quite as big, so I'm gonna do 12 minutes. And 12 minutes, start. And then I'll get this tray once it's cooled down, because you never want to put cookies onto a hot cookie sheet. So once this cookie sheet is cooled down, I'll put these cookies over on this rack here, and we'll be ready for the next batch to go on. And I think that'll be the last batch, I'm pretty sure. It's not a huge cookie recipe, but how many cookies do you need laying around? Scary. I've out of the oven. We'll be back. And we have a really nice batch of cookies. Look how beautiful these are. Oh my gosh. They're just gorgeous. And so I couldn't talk Michael into doing an on-camera taste test, darn it. He's laughing. And I don't want to eat a whole cookie, but I'm going to take one of the ones that's already cooled for you and just show you how soft they are and how delicious inside. Now, I'm going to have to get that to focus, please. There we go. It doesn't see my face. Okay, so that's what it looks like on the inside. We've already got chocolate melting. Okay, I'm going to take one bite. That's it. He's going to have to eat the rest of that cookie. So good. Ridiculous. They are so good. I hope you try this really simple recipe. It's easy to remember. You honestly can't tell that flax is in there, but at least it adds some extra fiber and benefits to your cookie. And we'll have cookies for the rest of the week for Michael's lunches. If you guys aren't a subscriber, I hope you go hit that subscribe button down below. It's a big red one. And then hit the bell button beside it so you get notified whenever I upload. And in the About section below, there'll be some links for you to shop on Amazon for a few of the things that I use every day in my kitchen or that I've used in past videos. And my Facebook page is down there. Go join me over on Facebook. If you are already a subscriber, I just want to welcome you back, and I appreciate you so very, very much. And my new gifted pot holders, handmade, worked fantastic. I love them, love them. So thank you again. And our next video, we'll be doing a makeover pot pie from our chicken and dumplings. So be sure and watch that. And if you're not a vlog watcher, we've got plenty of these videos coming up. All right, guys, see you next time.